Hi, this is Charlie giving you Friday's live trading, and I hope you're very well. It is just after 7 o'clock on Friday morning, and I'm looking at this euro dollar and the potential for a little trade. So I'll show you that in a second. Just before I go any further, we were in an overnight trade on yesterday, or a trade from yesterday afternoon. So I just have to, for disclosure, just show that I'm already got this profit bank, but that's from yesterday that closed out overnight. So I have to show you that. And just stalking the euro dollar at the moment, so we'll see. I'll come back to this in a minute. Okay, so just back, and I'm seeing an opportunity on two markets. One is the euro and one is pound, and I'm going to put a trade on the pound right now. So let's get the pound trade on first of all. Oh, so it's only on 50,000. So another 100. There we go. Right, so okay, got 1 unit in on the pound. I'm going to be going in on the euro as well. So I've just got 1 unit in on the pound so far. I'm not even showing you the chart at the moment. So, and I'm only looking for about 50 on here as a target. So I've got 1 unit in on the pound so far, and we're just going to see if that has a little pop. This euro's obviously had all of a sudden. Had a bit of a pop up, so I'm watching this euro to see if I can get in on long on the euro dollar. But for now, I've just put 1 unit long at the moment on the pound, and I'll try and get a second unit in to make it worthwhile. If I can get a half decent price, and then I'll show you the charts. Okay, come on, let's see if we're going to get this. So I've got 1 unit long the pound at 43 dead. So, okay, I'll get a second unit off. Okay, so I've got a second unit off on the pound. And so what I've done is I've just brought up this, rather than a single deal ticket just for speed, I have this one off screen so that I can just hit these markets a bit quicker. Let's get that one changed while I'm here. Right, so I've got 2 units long on the pound at the moment. I'm looking for about 50, like I said. Let's just move that away for a minute. And I'm watching this euro dollar to see if I'm going to be able to get long on that as well. So let's have a quick look at the pound, just whilst we're waiting on the euro dollar. The pound's, there we go. So it's a better, obviously, looking chart. But I've only got that, like I said, that 50 as a target. Unfortunately, I don't think it's there's much more. I mean, I could just try and run a unit, but you know, I don't have much more about the pound. So we'll just see if that one can run up. So we're keeping an eye on that one. I'll just put my stop just down here, at the lower this candle. And let's take us back to the euro dollar. Okay, we'll just watching this euro dollar. A little bit messy, so I'm happy just to watch this one for the minute. So the pound, I'm just going to get my stop sorted out and I'll come back to this. Target's 50. Okay, so I'm looking to go long on the euro dollar. Oops, just missed. It's just come down. I've just missed the opportunity there. Oh damn! Just whilst I was getting the recording going, so I'll see if we get another dip, and then I'll see if we can get an entry. I'm quite happy to get long, but at this time of the day, but I'd rather get long with a smaller stop. 80, about 80 would be the stop. So it's about 8 pips. It's all small, but I can go long with 1 unit, I guess. Let's put 1 unit in. So I've got 1 unit long on the euro dollar, and but I'm not going to put 3 units in. It's a little bit on the early side. I wasn't expecting to be trading at whatever time it is, 12 minutes past 7. So I'll just put the 1 unit in for now, and then we'll just see. I'll press pause. Okay, I can get the second unit in now. So I'm going to get this second unit in at 86 there. That'll do. It might want to come all the way down to the lower bands, and it might still come down and stop me out. It's a slightly more higher risk one this morning because it is a bit early and we could chop around a bit. So let's get these stops sorted out and come back. Okay, so I've got those units in. So let's have a look at this. We've got this euro dollar that I've just gone long on, and we're long on the pound. So let's bring this across a bit so we can see it all. So here's the pound trade, got in at 43.42, currently at 43, so it's just backed off a bit, so it's not doing anything just yet. And euro dollar got in at 88 and 86, and that's just backing off a bit. So we shall see what's going to happen with these. What I'm looking for on the euro dollar is to see if it can have a bit of a push up. If it rolls over, I've only put 2 units in with an 8 pip and a 6 pip stop, so we're keeping it nice and tight this morning. But if it has a run, then it could have a run back above 109. So I'd be looking for a run back above 109 if it does, if it can turn. If it rolls over, this will be over very quickly, and so be it. So then I'll go and get myself ready, and then we'll come back to this after a bit later, about 7:45, 8 o'clock. So I'll press pause for now. Right, okay, just back, and I'm talking to the guys in the trading room because I'm doing this live with the guys in the trading room as well. And so just waiting on Cable to see if Cable can get that push up. Now I've put a limit order in to automatically take me out at 50 on half on one of those positions, and I'll just see what happens with the other if it gets up there. If it rolls over, then it'll come down and stop me out. With regards to the euro dollar, similar sort of thing. If it comes down, it stops me out, and then we can then reassess a bit later. So I'm going to go and get myself ready and see what happens. There's nothing more for me to do right now. Press pause. Okay, just back, and you see Cable's had this nice breakout. It's hit that first target. I want to take some more off, so I'm going to take half of the remainder off. So I've just done that. So let's bring up the account, and so let's have a look here. So the Cable trade we're long on is up £178 at the moment. Half of it got banked at 50 automatically. Put that limit order in. I'm still trying to get ready at the moment, but soon it'd come up. So, and then I've just taken another half off, and then we're literally just seeing if we can run the remainder. Obviously I need to move the stop up on this remainder, so move that stop to break even. So let's get this stop all the way up to break even. So that's there. I need to look and see if there's anywhere else I want to. I can see euros moving up as well. Need to see if there's anywhere else that I'm interested in. I'll probably just sit on it. I think this Cable, I'm going to have a bit of a look at that. I can see the euros coming up a bit, so I want to have a look at that as well. So it's all kicking off when you're in 2 different markets at the same time. So let's have a look at this euro dollar. Okay, so oh, thanks, Kim. Yeah, I shall press pause whilst I'm trying to do this analysis. I'll press pause. Recording. Right, just back, and so what I've been doing, I've just I'm still not ready yet, but I've just been talking to the guys in the trading room. So we've trailed our stops up to 50 now, 156.50. Our stops are up to now. So remember, I've taken all that off. Let's actually bring up the account. Euros stopped me out, so we'll go through that in a minute. So the euro has come and stopped me out, but like I said, for the risk involved, it was, what's that, 7 pips and 5 pips respectively. So I've lost 77 pounds on that. But I'm up 186 pounds on Cable currently, but and with a stop trailed to up to 50. So whatever happens with Cable, that'll pull back a bit, but it won't. It'll still give us a winning day so far, if that's the case. With Cable, we've just got clear air on the pound until we get up to right up there 156.95. I'm just checking off screen if there's anything else that I can see. Nothing really. So 156.95 is the next target. That's our daily R2 pivot. So I'm going to put a limit order in at 156.95. If it gets that far, then I'd be happy anyway. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to keep my eye on the euro dollar as well. So just to see what's going on with that one. I think this could just be posturing. I'm just going to keep my eye on this one, but I'm going to put that limit order in at 95, like I said on Cable, and we'll see what happens with that. But I'm not entirely sure if it's going to go that far or not. We'll see. And that's it for now. Press pause. Resume this. Okay, just gone long. Only with a half lot here. I've gone long with half a lot at 86 there. So I'm giving this euro another chance, and then I'll put another. And I'm just going to pop my stop below the low. It's a risk that it might want to come down, take out these lows, and then come back up again. There is a risk of that, so I'm a risk of getting chopped here. So I'm just going to leave it at that half lot for now, and maybe I'll just wait. And if it starts coming up a bit later, then I'll add in up here. So treat it in a slightly more conservative fashion. So I've just put a half lot in, and I'm going to put a stop down here at 79. So I shall press pause for now. Right, okay, just back. I have been stopped out on that extra little unit I did on the euro there. Only literally it's come and stopped me out right at 79, and it's turned back round and come up. But I've given it a go here for now. I'd rather probably just play a wait and see game. Mind you, have a look at it. It's still against a lot of support down here, the euro dollar. But and bear in mind with the cable trade, obviously I'm overall net positive for the day. But with the euro losses, it's only a marginal gain so far. So I'm net positive for the day. So I'm going to have a look at this, and I'll come back. Right, just back, and it's now what, 11:45, and let's just do a review. Actually, I was considering putting a trade on the dollar yen. There is a pattern on here. But actually, with the news that's coming out, even though the news isn't coming out for an hour and a half, hour and 3/4 yet, there is a risk that we just sit around, and if I get into a trade and it's not moved that much by then I might then be in a dilemma whether to come out or whatever. So I think I'll ignore that, come to think of it, with the news coming. So let's do a review. So cable had that nice move up this morning and consolidated, and now has finally rolled over. So let's have a look at the account on this, because we've not really done too much here today. So let's have a look here. So there's the trades from this morning. So cable in the end made £133 or $200 on that one. Euro dollar, we had a couple of attempts there. It had a nice move in the end. I just got stopped. And this could have been a very different picture if I hadn't have been, in that the euro this morning, let's take this back to the euro's rolled over a little bit now, but if we take this back, as you can see, I got stopped down here, but it did have that run up, and if it hadn't have just been chopping around at that point, by the time it got up to here, I would have taken something off to protect the trade, because it was breached these prior highs, and so it was the ideal thing to take something off there. One of our traders was still in that euro, and they hadn't been stopped. So anyway, at that time. So anyway, so a bit messy today. I'm just waiting for the news, really. I can see some potential on a couple of these markets, but just playing a waiting game. So I'll press pause for now. Okay, just back, and what I'm doing, I've been stalking this dollar yen. It's now 1:20, so we've got just under 9 minutes to go to the news. So we've got CPI, we've got inflation figures for the US and for Canada. But I think I'm going to be, the way it's looking, I'm going to be trading this dollar yen. The euro dollar has still just been playing around. Let's have a quick look and reminder of what that's been up to. And let's put this into perspective. The euro dollar, the reason I'm not really touching it too much now, it's just been going sideways all day. Not interested. That's an hourly chart. Look at that, sideways all day. Now the euro could break up and have a bit of a run up there, but I'm going to leave the euro to do that if it wants to do that. So I'm going to leave that one alone. The dollar yen, I do have some downside targets on. It's not very far away. They're down at about 80. 123.80, so they're not far away, unfortunately. So there's no big moves here today that I can target. Now obviously we could go lower than that, but that is a key area of support, 123.80. It's a 4-hour 21 moving average, and it's the first test of it. So if I bring up that 4-hour chart, there it is. Here's the blue line here. It's the first test of it since the 8 and 21 crossed all that time ago. So it's not a lot, but don't get me wrong, if I can get some positions off, then I'll try and run one position just in case. but it doesn't look like there's going to be a lot in this today. And that's even if I'm right and it does want to come down. For all I know, it wants to come all the way back up. But we've got negative momentum behind it today, and I can see that potential for it to want to come down to that 4-hour 21. So that's what I'm playing towards. So I'm just looking to see if I'm going to get an opportunity there. So that's what we're going to be doing. I'll press pause for now. We'll be back to this in about 6 minutes time. Okay, so just back. We've got just a few seconds, about 15 seconds to go before the news. So we're going to be watching, potentially shorting it if it initially shoots up to here, then I'll potentially be shorting it from there. Or look at how wide the spreads have gone ahead of the news. So let's just see what's going to happen. I'm looking to short. Is the news out? I believe the news is out. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. The news is out. Just holding for a second because it's had a bit of a blip there. Right, short, 1 unit. 1 unit short at 04. I'll get a second unit in at 04. So I've got 2 units in at 04. So I'm short at 04 with 2 units. I need to get those stops in, so I'm going to get those in fairly quickly off screen. So I need to get those stops in at 10. 124.10 I'm getting those stops in at. 124.10. Doing this off screen. And 124.10. 124.10. Right, okay, then we're going to see. So just got the 2 units in, because if this is going to just carry on going higher, there's no point in me being in with it for too much. So it could be over very, very quickly. Now, if it rolls down, if it does roll down, then I can add to the position. But at the moment, I've just put 2 units in, and then we'll just play a wait and see game. So if we start to come down, then I can then add to this position. So I've got 2 units in at the moment, and I'm still holding back with 2. I've only got a 6 pip stop or whatever it is from where my entries were. So what was my entries? 04, right. So it's a 6 pip stop so far. So it's tight, but I've just put it literally just above this high because this looked like a potential spike to then come down. If it's not, and this is going to do a full turnaround, fine, I lose 6 pips with only 2 units. So and that'll pretty much be the day if that's the case. It'll be all over, I should think. Then I won't be doing any more trading, but we'll see. So let's just see here. So we're just a few pips away from my stop. Guys in the room, your stops need to be at 11, remember. Looks like it's about to get me. I think it's very close to stopping me out here. So it's holding up. What I was hoping that it was just going to shoot up, waited for it a little bit there, and then it shoots back down. But it's not stopped me yet, but it's close. I'll bring up the deal tickets. Here's the Here's one of them anyway, so I'll just bring that one up so we can see that. So it's not got me yet, but very quickly, if this goes above 10 on the bid, then I will get stopped out. So for now, I'll just give it that. And dollar, okay, now I have just been stopped. Right, okay, so that's it for the dollar yen. Won't be, I don't think I'll be bothering with that right now. I'm going to have a quick look at this dollar CAD then, because one of our traders has just said that dollar CAD CAD didn't, or the dollar didn't like the news against the CAD, should I say. Yeah, it's had a little blip, hasn't it? But nothing too much there. I'll just press pause for a second. Where's my cursor gone? Right, just back. So the yen's held up here, and but what we've also got on the news is that my problem is sometimes you get this when you've got markets which have been a bit choppy, is that the yen's going up, but it doesn't have positive momentum. That's why I wanted to short it, because it had negative momentum here today. And likewise the euro dollar has not gone to negative momentum yet on my charts, so it's had a bit of a push down, but I can't justify it because I don't have that hourly momentum behind it. It's not to say it can't come, but it may just be a bit lagging today because of all that chop that we've had for the whole day. So it just keeps me out, really, that I can't justify jumping on board. If we had momentum all firing, then I would be jumping on board, but I can't. So I'll just press pause for a bit and we'll see. This could be it over though. So just back, and so now the dust has settled a little bit. The yen's just pulled back a bit, so we're still watching this one, still playing a waiting game, just watching. I don't have positive momentums on the hourly chart, so I can't go long. Not to say it can't go there, but I can't justify it, so I have to just watch it. So where are we so far today? On the account, it's a nothing day today, so just lost £70 on the dollar yen, made 133 on the pound this morning, and then because of the that position from overnight, from yesterday, on the euro, it's actually means that I'm still net positive for the day, aren't I? Is that right? 133, 70, so that's 90. So yeah, about call it £40 net positive for the day. But if you took that out of the equation, then I would be net negative for the day. Not by a lot. Not by a lot at all, is it? But anyway, about £40 negative, I guess, for the day. So anyways, that's where we are for the day, one of those days. And so it's now just a case of playing a watching game. We'll watch this for a short while, but then we'll have to see. So I'll press pause. Okay, just back, and what I'm actually going to do, this is going against a bit of what's gone on with the dollar yen, but I'm going to give it a single unit, and I'm going to short it and put a 6 pip stop behind it. So I've just shorted it with one unit, just one lot, and I'm going to put a stop up here, and if it comes up to there, then that's it, I'm out. I just can't get my head around the fact that the dollar yen, it's got negative momentum behind it. I can see a potential target down here, and it's not done enough to convince me that it wants to go higher. Of course it can do, but it's not done enough yet. So it's come up to my bands, but the 8 and 21 have crossed the upside, so that would normally suggest it should be going higher. But I'm just giving it a speculative go because it's only a few pips really of stop. Okay, so I get stopped out on that. I'll just be net flat for the day. So let's quickly get the stop sorted out. So I'll just do this off screen. 124.16. So it'll be about 7 pips stop. So if I lose on this, I'll be about net flat on the day. So it's all tiny stuff. Having said that, if it rolls over, and it could take several hours or a few hours, and it rolls over, now one thing that could happen is that we sort of run out of time and we get to sort of 4 o'clock and it's still not done enough, it's come down a bit but not enough, then I may have to make a decision and just close it out. But anyway, if it does roll over this afternoon, then there's a half decent run in it. So 7 pips risk to make whatever it's going to be, 30 pips. So we'll see. So I've just pressed pause for now. Okay, just back, and yeah, so we've come off a little bit since then, but it's coming back up, and it's just come down to its lower band, so it might want to come all the way up now. But we have moved our stops down to 14. So remember, I got in at 09, so it's a 5 pip stop out with a single one lot trade. So it's risking just those few pips to see if it was going to have a run. But I think it's a slightly lower probability trade, but if it works out, then it's a great risk to reward. So but anyway, we'll see. And then but it's the way that it's looking on its higher time frames, 15-minute chart, 30-minute chart, even onto the hourly, it suggests that we could just chop. We've got a bit of news coming out at 3 o'clock. It's 20 past 2 now, so I'm just going to wait and see what happens. If it doesn't come up, and maybe on the news we get a bit more price action, maybe not, and we'll see what happens here. Press pause. So we're just coming up to the news at 3 o'clock. It's 5 minutes to go. The dollar yen's come down a bit. We've moved our stops to 124.10, so very, very tight now. So if it stops me out, I'll lose a pip, or just over a pip on that trade. So it's the way it's come down. We've just been trailing the stop, but it's we'll have to see. Now, if it rolls down, then we'll start to see what's going to happen here. But I suspect I'm probably going to get stopped now the way it's come up. But it's not cost me anything in the end, so the risk was low anyway. So it looks like it's going to be a fairly boring one in the end on the account, but we'll see once this is all over. I'll come back in a minute. Okay, just back, and as we can see, it's getting late in the afternoon now. It's it's 3:30, and the dollar yen has rolled down, so still in this position. Let's bring up the account again, but here it is. There's that position after having those losses earlier on, 2 losers on that one. Now this one's up, but all I've done is move the stop to 06, as you can see at the moment. I don't know if we're going to get down that far on this one, because I think we're running out of time. But then again, I thought we were running out of time half an hour ago, and it has had a little rundown. I don't know whether the dollar yen is just going to stay range bound itself. Let's actually have a look out at the hourly chart, and then we'll put it in perspective. It's come down. It's to the previous lows from earlier today, pretty much. But it seems to, it's obviously all been taking its time. So I'm not going to do anything with the trade, but I just don't know whether it will get there or whether it's just going to hold now or whatever. So I've moved my stop down to 06. So whatever happens, obviously can't lose. Have a small gain on the trade. But if it can come down to 86, I'm just having a look at it off screen. 78 is the ultimate target, but 86 I would definitely be looking to take something off of or at. So we'll see, but I'm not holding out. We'll just run out of time. I could just bank it and just say that's enough, but I think I'll just hold for now. Okay, so finally back, and I think this is it now. So I'm just going to bring the account over so we can see this. I'm going to override this now and get this closed out, because it's about to go anyway. So in the end, it ended up making a little bit back off of that. So in the end, it was like £60 off of that. So made a whopping about £70 today. There you go. Sometimes the markets are like that. You don't always have the wonderful runs all of the time. So have a fabulous weekend, and we'll be back. Actually, no. Kim's in back next week. In touch next week. I go on holiday next Wednesday, and I won't be around for the next 3 or 4 weeks. I think it is 3 or 4 Fridays. So something like that. So I'll be back sometime in August. Have a great time.